Finally, after weeks of menial tasks, I've been granted access to the Arcane University's vast archives. My 13-year-old self would not believe this day would ever come. And yet, the university feels empty. They've lost vast amounts of members simply due to the ban on necromancy, a controversial act passed by Archmage Traven, or so I'm told. What are we? Some backwater province like Morrowind. If Traven truly wishes to get the guild back on track, he'll remove the ban. Knowing high-ranking officials, though, it was most likely done to divert eyes away from something much more controversial.
Hello, and welcome back to some more Oblivion with Anderin Selis. Today we're going to press on with the Mages Guild and hopefully get into some interesting quests here.
Someone killed the captain. I have a new task for you.
Do you now?
Before you begin, we must first discuss your advancement within the guild.
Oh, of course. How could I forget?
In accordance with guild rules, you now qualify for the rank of journeyman. May you wear your rank well.
All I did was get a staff, but sure.
The council is investigating what happened at Wellspring Cave. Many of our resources are devoted to the task, leaving our ranks spread thin. There is a related book that needs to be recovered. It was recently loaned to Janice Hasseldor, the Count of Skingrad. I'd like you to retrieve it. I understand this may not seem the most important of tasks, but still, it needs doing, and you are one of the few available to do it. A note of caution. Skingrad is an unusual place. Be prepared for the unexpected.
Tell me about him.
The Count is a reclusive man, and sometimes difficult to see. Hopefully, your status as a representative of the guild will aid you. Speak with the castle steward when you arrive.
Yeah, I like how he's talking about how busy everyone is, but he's sitting there doing nothing. The entire university full of students is sitting around doing nothing. But yeah, send me. He just knows, that we're the main characters. So he's like, I'm not going to waste our time with sending other people. They'll just get killed. That makes sense to me. Hey.
Yes, the Mages Guild, you say?
Sure.
Oh, the Count is quite aware of your presence here. He simply has no interest in granting you an audience at this time. Now that I've seen you myself, I can't say that I blame him.
Oh, you're going down.
Nevertheless, I shall endeavor to change his mind on the subject. Return tomorrow. Perhaps he will see you then.
Oh, he better, or I'm going to go tell everyone that he's a vampire.
You there. I have an update for you. The Count has agreed to see you, but not here. He wishes to meet you south of the cursed mine outside of town, after 2 a.m. It would be wise of you to be on time. Follow the road west out of Skingrad, through the high pasture. The mine entrance is north of the road. The Count will meet you just outside it.
Come alone. Don't bring any friends. Come to this back alley at 2 a.m. I promise you it'll be safe. Oh, well, time to try out our new staff. She's definitely frozen. Now we just need someone to beat her up for us. Yeah, this is why paralysis is OP, though. Because not only does it knock them down, but they have to sit there and stand back up, which takes another, 10 seconds. OP. OP. It's so funny, after playing a bunch of Morrowind recently, I kind of forgot how slow Anderin still is in comparison. I mean, Valdrin, flies around full speed, even without our walking stick, but, Anderin he's pretty slow.
I've told you all you need to know. Follow the road west, out of town, and through the high pasture. The Count will meet you there at 2 a.m.
Okay. Hey.
I'm waiting. I'm done talking to you.
You guys, going out for an evening stroll, I guess?
Well, you're late, mage. I'm afraid I misled you. The Count won't be arriving. In fact, he doesn't even know you're here. We're not about to let the Guild interfere with our plans, for the Count or otherwise. So you'll have to die. Don't worry. We'll put your body to good use, I assure you.
Oh yeah, bring it on. I got a new paralysis staff. I like the wood elf that's just staying there watching me die to necromancers.
Well, damn. To arm. Where are you?
Am I supposed to be impressed? You
The Count punching people with his fists.
This. Wait.
This is some great combat. 10 out of 10.
To arm.
And he just got reflected spell.
You impossible fool. What possessed you to think I would suggest a meeting here, of all places?
I don't
At
know,
least your
man.
gullibility served some useful purpose. I knew about Mercator, but not his friends. Now none of them are a threat any longer.
What? Who are you?
Count Janus Hasseldor at your service. A thank you might be in order at this point.
You didn't do anything. Why was Mercator a threat?
Do you not recognize a necromancer when you see one?
No, I've never seen one.
I suspected Mercator was involved in their cult, but was unwilling to move against him without knowing the identities of his allies.
Go on.
Despite what your council may think, I've not thrown in with the necromancers and would never do so. You may pass along that message.
Where's my book?
Would you dare make demands of me now? And a book of all things. Your gullibility knows no bounds, it would seem. You believe your council would send you here to merely fetch a book? No, they wanted information on me and what is going on here. Well, now they shall have it.
Go on.
Tell your council that the next time they want something from me, they come themselves. They don't send someone under false pretenses.
Go on.
Yes, I see that now. I regret that Traven has involved you in this way. At least you've survived. For now. Perhaps in the future you can be trusted enough to deal with more serious matters. Now our business here is concluded. I suggest you return to your council.
Thanks for all the help. I wouldn't have been able to kill those very tough 3 necromancers without you. Alright, let's head back to the university. I kind of want to try out our mark and recall spell. I assume it just fast travels you to the interior, but yeah, I don't know how this would work in Oblivion. It could potentially break quests, because Oblivion has a lot of scripted quests. Like if we teleported out of an area before we were supposed to, that would probably break everything.
Have you been to Skingrad and seen Count Hasseldor?
I did, and you lied to me.
Saved you, did he? Well, that's a good sign. I must apologize. It was never the Council's intention to put you in harm's way.
Why didn't you tell me the truth? Why did you lie to me?
The Count's unique nature is not public knowledge. The Council wishes to keep it that way. At the time, it was believed that there was no reason to inform you, since it was not crucial to the task you were given. For that reason, I was unable to disclose more about his true identity to you. Clearly, that judgment was in error. I apologize.
I don't forgive you. Why was I sent there?
Archmage Traven feared that sending a high-ranking official with the guild might draw too much attention and provoke a reaction from the Count. We were also concerned that it might drive any necromancers in the area underground, making them more difficult to root out.
I see.
We simply wanted to survey the situation in Skingrad. Our relationship with Hasseldor is tenuous at best. The Council has agreed to keep his nature a secret, and in exchange, he occasionally provides us with useful information.
Oh, so you blackmail him.
As a vampire, the Count has few allies he can trust. He has disguised his nature from most, but cannot hide it from the Council of Mages, so he approached us with an accord. As you have seen, that agreement is under a great deal of strain lately. The Count does not agree with certain policies the Guild has established.
So you protect a vampire?
It's not quite that simple. Hasseldor is powerful, to be sure, but the Council does not consider him to be a threat. After all, he has ruled over Skingrad for quite some time, without incident.
So you don't trust him anymore?
We feared Hasseldor may have been involved with the Necromancers. Thanks to your involvement, it would seem that he is not. At least, not for the moment. We will continue to monitor the situation, but I assure you, we will make no further attempts to mislead you.
Oh, I bet.
You have done your job admirably, and I thank you for it.
Advancement?
Your services to the Guild have not gone unnoticed. As of this moment, you have gained the rank of Evoker. Along with your new rank, please take this amulet. May it help keep you safe in times of danger.
Got any more tasks?
Are you ready for it? If not, I understand you've been through quite a bit lately.
Oh, I'm ready.
Very well. There's a research project going on at one of the Iliad ruin sites on the eastern side of the province. Irlav Jarol is in charge of the project and is apparently in need of some help. I thought you might need a break after the things you've been exposed to lately. You can find Irlav in the Archmage's Tower. He's a good man, but council matters have distracted him lately and he's been neglecting his other work. You're about Vahtacen, are you? It's a damn shame. I haven't been giving the project the attention it deserves. The last report I received from Cyrodiil indicated there was some sort of problem, a blocked passage or something that they couldn't get past. I'd investigate it further, but I'm needed here with the council. Romanus says you've got a good head on your shoulders. Look into it for me, will you? You can find Cyrodiil at the site. Access is restricted, so you'll need this key.
Can you tell me anything else?
It's an Iliad ruin southwest of Cheydinhall. We suspect that there are some interesting things inside, so a research project was established. Cyrodiil is there now, working on investigating the ruins. She's the mage heading up the on-site research. She can tell you more about whatever it is that's impeding their progress.
All right, sounds easy enough. Get out of my sight. Let's look at the amulet he gave us. He gave us the Spell Drinker amulet, which is actually really freaking good. Holy crap, 26% spell absorption. Combine that with our 10% from our Greaves. We have 50% reflect magic, 10% reflect damage, 10% spell absorption. We could switch our amulet. This one gives us willpower and strength, which is obviously really good, but spell absorption 26% seems good too. I think when you absorb a spell, you get magic too. I think that's how the Atronach sign works, so if we want to stack something like that, now we're up to 36 spell absorption. That's pretty freaking crazy. Basically, if someone casts a spell at us, it gets reflected or absorbed, and then they get hit by a fire shield. We can throw on the other amulet if we need the extra carry weight, like if we're getting slowed down by stuff. And the extra willpower is obviously nice, but it's not essential. All right, let's head to Vahtacen, which is right next to the swampy cave where we killed those will-o-wisps and trolls who were murdering people. Not too far. I think it's actually just right there. This quest is pretty interesting if you've never done it before. The puzzle here is somewhat difficult for an Elder Scrolls puzzle, which admittedly isn't saying a lot, but it is harder than almost every other puzzle I can think of in Oblivion or Morrowind. I don't even know if that game really has
This is a
puzzles.
restricted area, I'm afraid. Guild mages only. You have business here? Don't tell me Jarl sent you.
Jarl sent me.
Irlav sent you, did he? Figures. He can't be bothered to come check on his own project, so he sends someone who knows nothing about it. And this is supposed to help? No offense to you, friend. It's not your fault. And perhaps you can help. If you can figure out how to use the pillar, I'd be thrilled. You're welcome to try your hand at it.
pillar.
That's what we're calling it, only because we don't know what it really is, or was. It's magical, we know that much. Enchanted somehow. We think it's a lock of some sort, but haven't been able to figure out how it works. All I can say for sure is that it reacts to magic, badly most of the time. Several mages were hurt attempting to cast spells at it. It's at the bottom of the ruins, if you wish to try your luck. Be careful, though. It could be quite hazardous to your health. Best to play it safe. No complex magic. Stick to basic spells with single effects. It's not worth taking unnecessary risks.
We'll be fine. We have like
What a
50
waste
spell
of my
absorption,
time.
50 reflect magic. If anything, it'll just make us stronger. Hey,
Sent you in to try your hand at the thing, have they?
not like you're doing anything.
I don't know how much Cyrodiil told you. We know that it reacts to magic, but every time we've tried, the thing shocks whomever casts the spell. It hasn't been fatal for anyone yet, but we stopped trying after the first few attempts. I can tell you, it really hurts. The only thing we haven't figured out is the markings. You see them on the walls? They must relate to the pillar, but I don't know how. If we had some sort of reference, something to compare them to, we might be able to decipher them, but we lack anything like that. Cyrodiil might have a book that would be useful, but she's been sulking over the way Erlov's been treating her. Perhaps you could ask her for it.
And why can't you ask her for it?
I don't know. Anything that might help explain these inscriptions in the ruins. They're like nothing we've seen to date.
All right. I'll do all your dirty work.
If there's anything about Vahtacen you need explained, let me know. I'll help if I can.
Yes. Do you have like a book?
I don't know why Dental is even trying. This is doomed to fail.
That's the spirit?
But fine. If he wants it, he can have it. It's just one more thing I'll get blamed for in the end. What a waste of my talents.
So when we discover this ancient artifact, we have to make sure to give her 0 credit, because she's just snarky. We're doing actual research here. She wants nothing to do with it.
What? You got the book, eh? Good for you. I've given up trying to deal with her for now. I'll tell you what. I'll take the book, and then if you can read me the inscriptions, I'll see if I can find the translations for them.
So normally you get him the book, you read these inscriptions, and you cast spells at the pillar. It's kind of a guessing game, but all of the scrolls you need are here in this chest. I already picked them up. So I'll just do it real quick for you. There goes fire, and then you need ice, and then you need to use the Sever Magica scroll, and then you do the Elevate Magica scroll. And there you go. I've solved the puzzle of the pillar, opening up more of the ruins. Yes. I'm a genius. I definitely haven't done this quest like 1,000 times. Nope, all brains. Okay. This guy's gonna be a pain to kill. Freaking Gloomwraith, man. I don't think we can paralyze him either. Yeah. Slowly, but surely. I notice our spell right now is actually staggering him. I feel like that's a little busted. Hopefully this place isn't just full of those guys, otherwise it's going to take a very long time to get through here. Alright, we got a destruction level up, that's nice, but we are now silenced. That's annoying. There we go, we got him. I wonder if there's a trap in this room. If only there were some blood splatters to tell me. Not a very good trap. More traps. Nice. Get hit by every blade. Perfect. Should really put my staff away. It's not like we can paralyze these ghosts. It'd be nice if we could reflect that silence back at him sometimes, but I guess not. Gotta wait it out. And there's the treasure we're looking for. Up at the top. I wonder, it's actually a pretty good artifact from what I remember. I just wonder if it's better than the helmet we have on right now. Yeah, not the longest dungeon, thankfully. did just summon a Lich, though. Let's grab the helmet. I found an object deep within Vahtacen. I should take it back. Oh, I thought it was enchanted. I guess it's not. It does look unique because of the mod we have. Maybe it becomes enchanted later. Let's try to get some reflex back. Yeah, like that. 2 Liches, huh? This honestly isn't too bad if we have like a regular melee weapon, but we don't. Is he reflecting stuff at me? Can we paralyze these guys? Oh yeah, we can. Ha! Yeah, he is reflecting spells at me. Oh, there's another one? Man. I think that's enough Liches. Wonder why he's like turning to stone form like that. He seems to take way less damage when he does. Maybe that's the idea. Dude, how many Liches are there? There's like 5 Liches? We should do summons, I guess, to try to fight their summons. He just reflected my paralysis back at me. That scumbag. Look at all of them. Alright, well, let's get some of our summons out. He just froze me solid. Okay. It'd be nice if our reflect spell would work sometimes. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Stop reflecting my own spells back at me. Okay, I can't even open up my inventory. There we go. Let's use some potions we never use, like Shock Shield, maybe a Resist Frost, Immunity, Spell Absorption. Get all those going. Alright, we need to stop using our staff because they're just reflecting it back at us. I like the Lich that we haven't even like gotten involved yet, all the way over there. One of you has 1 hit point. There you go. 1 down. 4 more to go. It's a pretty epic battle. I wasn't expecting it. Alright, we got this now. 2 of them down. Just this guy. My undead are better than yours. That is the problem with fighting undead, is they all seem to have some sort of thing that drains your attributes. Although, we seem to be okay right now. What is this? Welkin Essence. I think we have a couple of those. Ooh, we just picked up a Staff of Discord. Frenzies. Oh, it's just a Frenzy Staff. It sounded a lot cooler than it actually is, but sure. What is this? Another Welkin Essence. Aren't these the same thing? Yeah, it's like a spell maker. Why would we want 2 of them? I guess we'll sell one? Already have like 5 of them. Alright, let's get out of this horrid place and never return. Yeah, I really should go back to the Arcane University and make some spells. It's just our like magic isn't very high, so I don't know how good of custom spells we can really make. I guess I should at least try something.
What's that you have there? That looks important, whatever it is. I think you've really found something. You'd best get that to Erlav back at the Imperial City as soon as possible. He'll want the mages there to examine it more closely.
Oh, I bet.
What a waste of my time.
Alright, let's get out of here. We can use our recall spell. Let's test it out. I think you can leave this area without triggering some sort of horrible abomination of crashing. Yeah, we seem to be okay. Thankfully, I know Oblivion's quests pretty well, so I know when we can and can't just like teleport out like that. Definitely cool that we can cast that spell. Get up.
What's this? Some sort of alien artifact?
Or something.
Well, Romanus was right in sending you out there. Good work. I'll be sure and put in a good word for you.
Alright, let's go wait in the main building until Romanus shows up. There you are.
Good work at Vahtacen. Jorol is quite pleased with the information now coming in about the site.
Oh, I bet.
There is another predicament, which I believe you can also help resolve, if you feel ready for it.
But first, advancement.
You become more valuable to the guild with each passing day. The guild wishes to reward that, and so you are raised to the rank of conjurer.
Ah, yeah.
Accept these robes and wear them with pride.
Got more work for me?
Are you prepared to begin your next task for the guild?
I am.
Excellent. You have become most reliable, and I assure you that the council appreciates it. Now, to the matter at hand. In order to deal with the apparent growing problem of necromancers in Cyrodiil, the council needs as much information as possible. The Mystic Archives have been consulted with minimal success. Guild members are investigating other avenues, but I believe more can be learned here.
What do you mean?
What little we know makes no sense in a larger context. For example, why was Falcar, who we know now to be part of this cult of necromancers, in possession of black soul gems?
So he could trap people's
The
souls?
Archmage has other reports of these gems being associated with necromancers, but we do not know why. We don't even know what they do. We have overlooked these questions because we are so focused on rooting out the necromancers as quickly as possible.
You're doing a bad job.
I'd like you to speak with Tarmina at the Mystic Archives. She is our specialist on Magica Arcana and has been helping gather information. I believe we have been asking her the wrong questions, taxing her too much with vague attempts to make sense of all that we know. Speak with her specifically about these black soul gems, if she knows anything about their powers or creation. An insight into their origins may lead us to those who are responsible for them.
I can do that.
Report back.
Let's check out the Conjuration robe. I don't think it's very good. Fortify, Conjuration, Destruction, Intelligence, and Willpower. It's actually okay. I don't think it's better than the sum of the rest of our gear, though, so...
As soon as you can.
Of course, we're not going to use it. I kind of want to try and force a level up again so we can keep training up Destruction. Our Destruction's at 57 now, so it's still pretty far away from getting 75. I don't want to finish the Mages Guild without getting our actual spell casting skills up higher. I'm going to mess around with the Spellmaker.
Hello, guildmate.
And probably make some pretty cheap spells that we can keep spamming. I usually don't like to do that, but it's taking longer than I thought to get our magical skills up. Okay, so I just leveled up our Restoration a little bit, our Mysticism a little bit, and then our Illusion, so I could get a level up here. Let's see, yeah, what kind of bonuses we can get. +5 Intelligence, +5 Willpower, and +5 Personality. Pretty good. I think I'm going to do it 1 or 2 more times. So before I level up again, we should go get training. And I'm noticing Restoration is super slow to level up, like straight up abysmal. You have to cast a spell 100 times to get a single point of Restoration. So I think that's what we should train up. Restoration is obviously one of the best schools of magic to invest in, but man, they really, really make it grindy to get it. I honestly don't mind a little bit of grind in these kind of games, but it's pretty ridiculous.
If you want to train further, you'll have to seek out someone else. There's nothing I can teach you. I've heard of a Daedra worshipper named Olin Saren. Very powerful and might be helpful, if you can find him. I heard he had to flee Morrowind and is now hiding out in the forest of Cyrodiil. If there are other cultists out there, he's probably with them.
I don't even... Oh, Conjuration training. Okay, well.
Goodbye. Yes?
Good to know. I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for Restoration. Okay, so here's another lady that trains Restoration. We're going to train with her every time we can. All right, here we go. We got another level up. Let's see what the damage is. Personality +5, intelligence +5, +4, and willpower +5. Another good level, some more magic, some more magic regen. I got our restoration up to 44, so it's pretty close to at least journeyman rank. And then I got our alteration up a little bit. I got our illusion up a little bit. We're so close to so many thresholds here. And there we have it. We got our restoration up to 50, which makes our beneficial spells become more powerful when used on targets with less than half health. I assume that counts ourselves, so that's pretty freaking nice. Just got our illusion up to 25, which is okay. Targets under the influence of your frenzy command rally spells deal more damage, while targets under the influence of frenzy, demoralize, and calm receive 15 more. That's okay. We just hit mysticism 25, so now all of our spells cost less. Okay. That's pretty much default in Oblivion. All right, and another level up. Nice. We're gonna get intelligence +5, willpower +4, and we'll do personality again. So our personality is really skyrocketing here, which fits pretty well, I feel like, with what Anderin's currently doing with the different mages and fighters guild quest lines, trying to redeem his reputation. We're actually pretty well off here. I'm gonna go train restoration one last time, and then we'll continue on with the mages guild. We'll probably do one more mission and then call it. All right, let's head to the Mystic Archives and see what Tarmina has to tell us.
I don't have time to help you now. Look, if you're here for information, I'm afraid you'll have to find it on your own. I'm swamped right now, up to my ears in necromancy.
Do you even have ears?
Not practicing it, mind you. Wouldn't want anyone to think I was involved in that sort of thing. I simply meant researching it.
Sure. Why are you so busy?
Why? Oh, no real reason. It's just that the entire Council of Mages has been in here at one time or another recently, all wanting information on necromancers. Necromancy, of all things.
Those scumbags. Anyways, I'm here to talk to you about necromancy.
Oh, of course you were. No doubt the Council is trying to get you to bother me further. I ran Karanya out of here just a short while ago and told them to leave me alone. I keep telling them I can't produce results if I'm not given any time. I'm not used to working under conditions like this.
Well, you better get used to it, because I'm here to help.
Help? No offense, but I don't see how you can do that. Unless you'd like to take some of this work off my shoulders, I'm beyond helping.
Well, we can both agree to that.
But I do appreciate the sentiment. If there's anything specific you need, that may be more reasonable than just asking me about necromancers.
Tell me about black soul gems.
Now that is a bit more specific. Finally, something I can respond to. Let me think for a moment. Ah, yes, there's one obscure text that references these gems. I believe it's still around here someplace, unless Falkar never returned it. The name of the book is Necromancer's Moon. I'm unclear on the origins of the text, but it does involve these gems you're interested in. I'm afraid you'll have to find it yourself. I'm so out of sorts with all these requests, I've lost track of most everything. It's very distressing.
All right.
Bye.
I wonder where the book is. There it is. I found the book Necromancer's Moon and should take it to Raminus Paulus after consulting with Tarmina.
A pleasure to speak with you. A most interesting text, is it not? We are fortunate that at least one necromancer took the time to record the information. I am unfamiliar with the shade of the revenant described within the book, but I was never one to dabble in the more, shall we say, amoral arts.
I don't believe you.
You may take that with you for now, if you wish. The council may have use for it. Please ask them to return it quickly, as I may need it again. Take care.
All right, easy enough. We actually know what it is because we used the shade of the Revenant to make our own black soul gem for Ermina's Shrine.
Has Tarmina been of use in
remember.
gathering information about the Necromancers?
Yes.
Excellent work. I believe this will be of use to the Council. I shall make sure they're made aware of its contents. I've never heard of this Shade of the Revenant. Some sort of celestial phenomenon? If that's correct, then Vahtacen would most likely know something about it, as the caretaker of the orrery. She should be on university grounds.
Pretty sure she's right next to you.
You do not...
Greetings,
Good day.
Guild.
Hey.
Hello there. Is there something I can do for you?
Yes. What is the Shade of the Revenant?
Revenant, you say? And it represents something in the heavens? It sounds familiar. Let me think. Ah, yes. Now I remember. Falcar was here some time ago asking about just such a thing. Said it was for research. He had a large sheaf of notes with him about it. I'm afraid I didn't have any more advice for him than I do for you. With the orrery in such a state of disrepair, I have no point of reference. Falcar did leave this behind. I think it fell from his notes as he left. I didn't pay it much attention, but perhaps it will be of use to you.
Oh, that's convenient. Alright, what does his note say? It'll probably tell us everything we need to know. Primary sites: the Dark Fissure, Fort Estrius, Fort Linchal, and Wendelbeck. Hey, that's where we did ours. Altars have been raised, anchorites have been called. Watch the skies once a week. His grace shines down on us.
I heard that...
Well met. So, Falcar expressed interest in this Revenant as well, and left this note behind, did he? Perhaps we should look into it for more clues. This lists several locations. The first is the Dark Fissure, which I recognize. It's a cave in the mountains, south of Cheydinhall. If there is indeed an altar there, as the note suggests, I believe this cave is directly related to the contents of the book. Go to the Dark Fissure the next time this shade occurs. Search for any connection to what we've learned and report back. Please, be careful. Anything you find is of no use to us if you do not survive. I believe we are dealing with powerful forces here. Do not put yourself in harm's way if it can be avoided.
No promises. Now, I always forget the exact dates of the Shade of the Revenant. It's like every 8 days or something, which is easy to remember if you look at your save file. It'll tell you how many days have passed, and you just have to divide it by 8. So we're just going to stand out here and hope we can catch the guy in the act. Oh, there he is.
Now, while the shade of the Revenant blankets this world, I give these gems as an offering. May the power of the true God fill and change them.
I've witnessed necromancers creating black soul gems at the Dark Fissure. I need to get this information to Rammus. Hey. What's crack-a-lackin'? Oh, now you're hostile. Where you going? Get back here. Oh, my staff is out of charges. We'll use our lightning one. Don't run away, you silly goose. Handwritten note. What does it say? To the anchorites, place your grand soul gems on the altar, pray for his blessing, and strike the altar with your soul trap magic. Your gems will become instruments of his divine power. Yes, we ran into this before, and it's pretty cool looking. And we even get a black soul gem. Okay, so let's go tell him the good news. How to create black soul gems. Easier than you would think, huh?
Have you been to the Dark Fissure yet? We need to know all we can about the Necromancers.
Oh, I've been there, and I saw it happen.
So you saw them? The altars must be infused with some kind of power to change over the soul gems. I shall pass the news on to the Council. Most troubling indeed to know that these are not merely myths. I also fear their numbers may be greater than we believed. You have again performed admirably. You have my thanks, and that of the Council as well.
Oh, that's worth a lot.
Your role within the Guild becomes ever more essential. You have now attained the rank of Magician. and are freely able to access the council chamber.
Sick.
Goodbye.
And you know what's up here that you can have access to? 2 crappy scrolls, a crystal ball, some silver goblets, and a display case with glass dagger replicas. It was all worth it.
Hello, magician.
It was all worth it. So I think I'm going to end it there for today. We have quite a bit left of the Mages Guild, and it's starting to ramp up. I feel like these quests are actually pretty freaking cool for a mage character. Actually seeing someone perform whatever ritual to get a black soul gem, solving that puzzle in the Alien Ruin. These are all pretty cool. Anyways, if you made it this far and you've enjoyed this content, consider liking and subscribing if you have not already. Other than that though, thank you for watching and peace out.